Hi guys, Ian here, welcome to my channel and to another video. And it's been a while since I've done one of my car rambles, so I've got a few miles to drive this morning, and so I thought, yeah, I'd have a little chat to you guys out there. And today what I want to talk about is what's known as the first two virtues of the student of the occult, or the student of the esoteric wisdom. And before we start, just to clarify, and I think I've mentioned this before, that we mustn't be afraid of the word occult. It simply means hidden, not satanic, evil, black magic, dark practices. The word just means hidden. It's just got very bad press over the centuries. And yeah, so the two virtues then of the student of the occult, and they are discretion and discrimination. So what do these mean? Well, to me, discretion is about knowing, primarily, although it's more than this, I know, knowing when to speak, knowing when to be silent, knowing what to say, to whom, in what circumstances, to what degree, and generally being wise with our words and with our communication. And then discrimination, to me, again, is about sound judgment. It's about being able to weigh up all of the factors involved in a circumstance and situation and make a sound decision based on that information. And also, to use a very old kind of biblical word, to discern, to know the real crux of the matter. Although it might appear to be this is at the heart of it. It's having that insight, that clarity of sight and understanding, that you know what's needed and what's required. And yeah, these two virtues. And one of the strange things, I think, that people who really don't have an understanding of esoteric teachings and of the mysteries and of occult philosophies, they would find this strange, but being a student on the path, if you're a genuine student and you are following the genuine path, causes you to become a better person, causes you to strive to be much more than you were before. Now, that's strange, isn't it? You wouldn't think that if you hold to the traditional view of the word occult. But walking the path, learning the mysteries and going through it in its proper way, because there's a right way and a not so right way, exposes you to all kinds of teachings about values and philosophies and qualities that you have to strive to develop. And at some point I may do a video on Rudolf Steiner in his teaching papers, How to Know Higher Worlds, talks about 7 qualities that the student of the occult has to demonstrate and has to strive to acquire if they are to make any real progress in knowing higher worlds and knowing the mysteries. And I can't remember all of them, but one of them, which made a big impression on me when I first read it, because it was something that I've experienced myself ever since a small child. And the first quality is one of reverence and kind of awe and wonder. Knowing within you that there is something bigger and greater and more than the ordinary everyday world that we see and touch, the world in which we live and move and have our being. And I've always been like that since a young child. I always had a sense of, yeah, this is not all there is, there's more than that, I just can't see it. I would be like a tree hugger because I would sense there was something in the tree or an ancient rock. I would have to touch it, or I would kind of gather plants and pulp them up to make potions because I figured that it would release some strange power. I didn't have no idea what I was doing. I was a kid, but I had that sense of there being a world behind the world. And that's often the case with students of the mysteries. They have felt this draw to mystical things for as long as they can remember. Haven't understood why, haven't really understood what it is. They've just had this sense within them that there is something more. Yeah. And the other thing, I guess, going back to the discretion and the discrimination, is not only what I talk about in my day-to-day life, but what I talk about here, because I've done a couple of videos. I did one, the sun salutations, and one on the Kabbalistic cross, and then had a couple of questions. You know, should you be doing this? Should you be sharing this kind of thing on YouTube? And it did cause me to question, you know, this discretion and discrimination quality, and was I demonstrating it? And the conclusion I've come to is that it's okay to talk about aspects of the mysteries. Not all of them, perhaps, but much of them, because, well, we're in the age of Aquarius now, which is a kind of a dawning of a new era of spirituality for humankind, and I think we see that wherever we look. A broadening of humanity's kind of appetites for esoteric things. So yeah, there's that, the age of Aquarius thing, and also much occult and esoteric teaching is now out there. When I googled the Kabbalistic cross on YouTube, loads of videos. Same for the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, the rose cross ritual. So many things which were once only in the domain of the adept are now out there, common knowledge for everyone to see. And so I don't feel that in making the videos that I'm making, that I'm revealing anything that I shouldn't. Well, I don't really know anything yet, you know, that I know and I could reveal, but I don't. But I am aware that they're in and out of court teachings for all mystery schools, and there are some things which you are taught that you do not, and that I would not share in a video. But I haven't had any of those things yet, so yeah. And also I see as I progress through my learning journey, that much, if not most, of the mysteries are hidden in plain sight. They're only hidden in as much as a person not having the spiritual eyes, for want of a better word, to see them. And I came to this conclusion when, you know, there's been many times when, through my meditations and my studies, I have realized something, I've seen something for the first time that's absolutely blown my mind. It's been like a supernova going off in my soul, if you like. And I've shared that with someone, not on video, kind of, face to face. Somebody close and personal to me. And I've explained it, and they've looked at me and they've said, don't get it. So I thought, I'm not explaining it right, so I'd explain it again, you know, going into more detail. They still look at me and say, nah, I don't see anything in that. And it caused me to realise that it wasn't anything to do with my explaining, it was to do with the fact that they were not yet at a place where they could see and perceive and understand what I was seeing, perceiving and understanding. And that's not that I was better than them in any way. It's just that I was at a different place of spiritual perception. And then instantly when that insight came to me, another one dawned, which was the scripture, words of Jesus, who says, and this is a difficult one for a Welshman to say, "He that hath ears to hear, let him hear." And I understood instantly what that meant. Only those people who are at the right place and at the right time and at the right stage of spiritual development can see or hear the mysteries and understand what they mean, and then from that understanding integrate them into their consciousness. And this is how we evolve spiritually. This is the learning that takes us along on our spiritual journey. So, yeah. So the things that I will be sharing on my channel will not be of interest to everyone. And I'm guessing if you've come to watch the video and you've stuck with it for more than, like any of my videos, for more than 20 seconds, it's because there's something in you that is at that stage of your spiritual evolution where you are wanting to expose yourself to teachings and people's views and understandings. And even whether you agree with what I'm saying or not, the fact that you've bothered to listen shows you're at a stage of your own personal development. Yes, discretion and discrimination, and trying to become more than we were before through our learning journey. Because in our study of the mysteries, it is not just about improving our soul consciousness. It's about changing ourselves. You know, the greatest goal of the alchemist is not changing base metal into gold, nor the greatest achievement of the occultist, about wielding and manipulating cosmic powers. That's not their greatest achievement. Their greatest achievement is working with the energies that is themselves. For the alchemist, the changing of the base personality into the higher personality, and for the occultist, not the wielding of cosmic powers, but the wielding and manipulating of the power that is themselves. And some of us, have a long journey to go, and I include myself very much so in that group. But it is a great journey, the study of the mysteries, and as the mysteries of the cosmos unfold, and they surely do, they do unfold, you see more than you ever saw before. You understand things differently than you ever did before. Life acquires a richness and a fullness that it didn't have before. And you begin to see the reality of things and what really matters. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm all chatted out now for a little while, so I will end my video now, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.